Hello, friends. We're back for another edition of On the Porch with Pastor, and we're excited to bring to you tonight family life and other reasons Jesus never married. Let's jump right in, shall we? Several years ago, my aunts made their annual spring visit to my folks' house. We were sitting on the front porch when they mentioned how nice it would be to have a family reunion before my grandmother went to glory. I looked at Dad. I could tell he wasn't wild about the idea because he was sticking his finger down his throat and making a gagging sound. But they applied a little sisterly pressure, and within a week, invitations were speeding to the hinterlands. The reunion was held a few months later. We had more than 100 people there, including my grandmother, who was so close to meeting her maker that some of my family were telling her what they wanted when she died. Everybody was saying how nice it was that she got to see all the family before she passed. But I'm not so sure it was all that great a comfort. You see, my grandmother was a dignified lady, lived a good deal of her life in England. Afternoon tea with pinky finger out kind of lady. So I don't think she was particularly soothed when my third cousins played dueling banjos on their armpits. My second cousin was a school superintendent before he retired. He's kind of the family hero. Everybody has a lot of respect for him. A very thoughtful man, filled with wisdom and sound judgment, which he demonstrated by staying home. I have another cousin who has a doctorate. He lives in Chicago and does research for a university. He goes to South America a lot, but I'm not sure why. Truthfully, I don't think he's a real doctor because when I asked him how to play golf, he didn't know how. My godfather was there. He's the richest person in our family and also an atheist, which I didn't think godparents were allowed to be. Funny thing is, none of us knows how he got his money. One of my relatives thinks he sells drugs. Someone else mentioned that he sells insurance. Oh, that's hardly an improvement. Then there's my grandfather. He's not on my dad's side of the family, but since he lives nearby, he came just the same. He was originally from Belgium, but sailed to America when he was a boy. When he was a young man, he dated Gene Hackman's mother, which means Gene Hackman could have been my father if Grandpa had married her. That means I'd have ended up in Hollywood kissing starlets, which would have cost me my job as a Quaker pastor and gotten me in trouble with my wife. So I guess it all worked out for the best. I don't know if Jesus ever attended a family reunion. The Bible mentions that he once went to a wedding. His mother was there too, so it was probably a family affair. They ran out of drinks halfway through the reception, so Jesus took some water and turned it into wine, except in the Baptist Bible, where he turned it into grape juice. Jesus said some confusing things about family life. On the one hand, he told us to love one another. But another time, at least according to Luke, Jesus said no one could be his disciple unless he hated his family. Perhaps that was Jesus' way of saying that we're to put him before everyone else. Or maybe he had just heard his third cousin play dueling banjos with his armpit and meant it literally. Yo, I can't. I can't do this tonight. Oh, my stomach's hurting. Getting an ab workout. Sorry. Whew. I guess I needed that. Who knows what Jesus meant by that? I do know this, though. The more I work on loving Jesus, the easier it becomes to love my family. Maybe it's really a matter of putting first things first. When we love the way of Jesus first, we're then sufficiently equipped to love our families. Even third cousins with talent galore. I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Well, I've occupied you guys long enough. Thanks for joining in for another installment of On the Porch with Pastor. It's getting a little chilly out here, so my words are going to be few here by way of follow-up. But most of you who know us know that we've had a tough go of it. We've lost 5 relatives here in about as many months, and that on top of the COVID pandemic and everything has been a difficult season for our family. But it just makes me want heaven that much more. I think we maybe should learn to love the way of Jesus and appreciate all the quirky family members. And there's one in every family. Look around, and if you can't find the one in your family, just go and look in the mirror. You're the one. Just don't start making music with your armpits. Oh man, Jesus is coming soon, guys. Pray for us. There's a lot of sorrow going on, but as you can tell, God's still a God of joy. Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'll put another installment in before Christmas, but if we don't, have a most blessed and joyous Christmas, and remember that Jesus is coming soon. So eyes to the skies.